Dear students, good morning. Hope you are keeping fine and taking care of yourself. Let us start today's class by thanking God for giving us this beautiful day. And today, as you know that we have completed our first chapter, a letter to God. The name of the main character is Lencho, and we have seen that it's a beautiful story, and I hope that you understood the story. And now please take page 9, and I hope that you all purchased your English textbook. And if anybody is not having the textbook, please purchase it as early as possible, because without a notebook you cannot, without a textbook you cannot write your homework or go through the lesson, etc. Okay. And please take a relative clauses, and these sentences have taken from the textbook only. So before we study this, before I read this, I wanted to ask you, and I wanted to teach you what is clause. Okay, what is clause? A clause is a part of a sentence only. A relative clause tells us which person or thing, or what kind of person or what kind of thing the speaker means. This is a relative clause. So clause is a part of sentence. A relative clause tells us which person or thing the speaker means. Speaker means one who speak. So which part of person or which part of thing. For example, the woman who lives next door is a doctor, which is a relative clause here. Who lives next door? This is relative clause. So who lives next door is relative clause. That tells us what? Which woman. Which woman. Okay. And one more example. Where is the cheese? It was in the fridge. How can you make it a relative clause? Where is the cheese? Which was in the fridge. Okay. Which is a relative clause there? Which is a relative clause. So when we are talking about things now, we use that or which, not who. Whenever we talk about things, we use which relative clause? That or which. And whenever we talk about people, not things, we use who instead of he, she, they. These two things you have to understand. What is that? When we use who in a relative clause, when we are talking about people, we use who instead of he, she, they. Again, we don't use repeat he or she, they. We use who. That's what we say. The woman who lives next door is a doctor. And whenever we talk about things now, we don't use who. What we use? We use that or which in a relative clause. So you must understand it. Okay. So relative clause tells us which person or thing the speaker means. So now please take a relative clause in your textbook on page 9. On page 9. Look at these sentences. All morning lunch. So whenever we use a relative clause now, we put dash or comma usually. All morning lunch, there is a dash, we can see that. Who knew his fields intimately? Who means who? Lunch only. Again we are not writing he there. So instead of he we use who. Who knew his field intimately? Intimately means very closely. Again dash. So which is a relative clause in this? Who knew his fields intimately? This is a relative clause in this sentence. Looked at the sky. Okay. All morning Lencho. Who knew his fields intimately? We are telling about Lencho only. Who knew his fields intimately? So relative clause is who knew his fields intimately. Looked at the sky. B. The woman who was preparing supper replied, yes, God willing. This is also, which is a relative clause in this sentence. Who was preparing supper replied, supper. Who was preparing supper is relative clause in this. The woman. Then again we are not saying she. Instead of she we use who. The italicized parts of the sentences give us more information about Lencho and the woman. So this relative clause now that gives us more information about the Lencho in first and second woman. We call them relative clauses. Notice that they begin with a relative pronoun. Always this relative clause begin with the relative pronouns. Who. Other common relative pronouns are whom, whose and which. So who, when we use who in a relative clause, we are talking about people only. Here we are talking about a person Lencho, and the second one we are talking about woman means Lencho's wife. Okay. So whenever we talk about people we use who. Okay. Whenever we talk about things we use which or that. Okay. Sometimes we use that for people also, but usually we use who for people. Notice that they begin with the relative pronouns who. Other common relative pronouns are whom, whose and which. So this relative clause always begin with the relative pronoun. Relative pronoun here who. The relative clauses in A and B above are called non-defining. Why? There is no need of any definition. Already we know that, telling about Lencho. Because we already know the identity of the person they describe. So what they are describing we know. Lencho is a particular person and there is a particular woman he speaks to. We don't need the information in the relative clause to pick these people out from a larger set. So this is called non-defining. No need of any explanation again, because we already know the identity of the person they describe. A non-defined relative clause usually has a comma in front of it. Okay. And a comma after it. Some writers use a dash. Here we use a dash only instead of as in the story. Okay. If the relative clause comes at the end we just put a full stop. Whenever if relative clause comes at the end we put a full stop. So these are the things you have to learn. What is relative clause? Relative clause tells us which person or thing the speaker means, and we use who in a relative clause when we are talking about people, not things. We use who instead of he, she, they. And when we are talking about things we use that or which, not who in a relative clause. Okay. Hope you understood. Next one, join the sentence. Join the sentences given below using who, whom, whose, which are suggested. These are all relative pronouns only. Okay. Who, whom, whose, which. First one is, it is written here, I often go to Mumbai. Full stop. Next sentence, Mumbai is the commercial capital of India. Join with which. We have to combine the sentence by adding which. So again here pronoun comes Mumbai, no? So there is no need of repetition. I often go to Mumbai. Then Mumbai is the, Mumbai again need not write. I often go to Mumbai, which is the commercial capital of India. Second one, my mother is going to host a TV show on cooking. She cooks very well. Use who. So what is the answer in that? My mother, who cooks very well, is going to host a TV show on cooking. My mother, who cooks very well, comma, is going to host a TV show on cooking. Okay. Third one, these sports person are going to meet the president. Full stop. Next sentence, their performance has been excellent. Use whose, adding the relative pronoun whose. So we have to make the sentence, the two sentences are here, make it into one sentence. What is the answer? These sports persons, comma. So we said always when we write a relative pronoun or relative clause noun, first we use the comma, then we start a relative pronoun or relative clause. Relative clause always begin with the relative pronoun. These persons whose performance has been excellent are going to meet the president. This is answer. Okay. These sports persons whose performance has been excellent are going to meet the president. Fourth one, Lencho prayed to God. Full stop. Second sentence, his eyes see into our minds. So here also we use whose for person, which for things. Okay. So Lencho is a person, so we use the pronoun, relative pronoun whose here. Answer is Lencho prayed to God whose eyes see into our minds. So here we don't use his eyes. Instead of his eyes, we use whose eyes. Whose means here we mean about Lencho only. Lencho prayed to God whose eyes see into our minds. Okay. These are the question and answers. Please write down in your notebook. Once again I will read the question answers. First one is, join the sentences given below using who, whom, whose, which are suggested. First question is, I often go to Mumbai. Full stop. Mumbai is the commercial capital of India. So we use which for the Mumbai. Okay. I often go to Mumbai, comma, which is the commercial capital of India. Need not to have two sentences there. I often go to Mumbai, which is the commercial capital of India. This is the answer. Second one is, my mother is going to host a TV show on cooking. Full stop. She cooks very well. So my mother is, we are telling about a person. So we add the relative pronoun or relative clause who here. How can you join this sentence? Answer is, my mother cooks very well is going to, comma, my mother who cooks very well, comma, is going to host a TV show on cooking. My mother, you are telling about my mother, so you are writing my mother after who, relative pronoun who. My mother who cooks very well is going to host a TV show on cooking. Third one, these person are going to meet the president. Their performance has been excellent. So we have to join this sentence with the whose, relative pronoun whose. Answer, these persons, comma, whose performance has been excellent are going to meet the president. Fourth is, Lencho prayed to God, his eyes see into our minds. So instead of his, we use whose here. Lencho prayed to God, whose eyes see into our minds. Okay. So please write down this all the things in your notebook and send to me. And before that I told you match the sentences in column A with the meaning of hope in column B. Some have written wrong. And first column A, will you get the subjects you want to study in college? I hope so. And answer B from column B. Okay. Second, I hope you don't mind my saying this, but I don't like the way you are arguing. The answer is E from column B. Okay, E. Third one, this discovery will give new hope to HIV/AIDS sufferers. Third one, answer is A. Column B, a feeling that something good will probably happen. Fourth, column A, we were hoping against hope that the judges would not notice our mistake. Answer column A, column B, F. Okay. For fourth column A, answer from column B is F. Wishing for something to happen, although this is very unlikely. Fifth one, I called early in the hope of speaking to her before she went to school. Answer D from column B. Question number 5, answer D from column B, which is that want is something to happen and thinking it quite possible. Last one, just when everybody had given up hope, the fishermen came back 7 days after the cyclone. For 6, answer F, answer C from column B. Stopped believing that this good thing would happen. They stopped believing. So once again I will repeat. Column A, first answer B from column B. Okay. Second one, E. Answer is E from column B. Third answer is A from column B. Fourth answer is F from column B. Fifth answer is D from column B. Sixth answer is C from column B. So please write down it and send to me. Once again I remind you that if you are not having textbook, please purchase it. Okay. Don't delay it. As early as possible purchase your textbook and read the lesson, do your homework and study well. Okay. Bye.